House Oversight Committee over the handling of those documents. Congressman Mike Waltz joins us, Republican from the great state of Florida. Congressman, does that mean, do you think that means they've got something to hide?
Well, Stu, they've created in the White House quite the convenient situation for themselves. We're seeing Karine Jean-Pierre constantly refer the press over to the Justice Department. Then they go to the Justice Department and they refer him back to White House counsel, who isn't doing any briefings. And the Justice Department, by the way, has said, we never put a gag order on this White House. So they're going to keep sending these reporters chasing their tails. This is why Congress has to get involved and will get involved in getting to the bottom of this. The main thing I want to know, Stu, is, number one, why were the lawyers suddenly, after 5 or 6 years, looking in the first place? And by the way, when it comes to congressional subpoenas, the Democrats have set a very dangerous precedent for themselves with the Jan 6 committee, where they said, you know what, if you decline to show up for a subpoena, which historically has been, when it comes to Congress, a negotiation, but now they've set the precedent, you're going to get prosecuted criminally if you don't show up when Congress demands you do. So we're going to have an interesting couple of months ahead of us.
Yes, you are. I've got to watch that one. Next one, Congressman. The Supreme Court investigated and failed to identify the person who leaked the draft of the Dobbs decision, which signaled the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Can Congress do anything about that? They haven't found the leaker.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, Stu. And I share your suspicion that there are a lot of interests that didn't want to find the leaker. Frankly, they could, the Supreme Court and Justice Roberts could have called in amazing capabilities, technical capabilities from the FBI, all types of surveillance and tracking capabilities, but he declined to do so. I think he wants to get back to the comity and the kind of kumbaya cooperative spirit that we need, and that was totally violated. But we also need accountability here. And of course, Biden's Justice Department was perfectly happy to take a hands-off approach. Stu, can you imagine if the leak had been on the other side and we had a liberal justice, life threatened by some MAGA hat wearing potential assassin? They would have the entire federal government turned out to find this individual. And by the way, it's not 80 to 90, it's probably 30 to 40. We know which side this leak came from, and it astounds me that we can't find it, and I think the damage is going to be everlasting to the credibility of the Supreme Court.
The deliberative process has been corrupted and could be corrupted again. The problem is still there. Congressman, thanks as always for joining us. Always appreciate it. See you soon.